Yuzhong as well as the Hayabusa. If they pick up the Farsa, it's a combo with the Grok. It's like they just chose what to them makes a lot of sense, which in this case is to manage this Esmeralda, because eventually, yeah, they will have problems facing up against this Esmeralda.
Yeah, I figured that Ludux would come through, so helps deal with this. And RQ Hoshi, the main thing is just if they want to go ahead and control this, it's not letting the kicks get to them, just like they used for Edok in their previous matchup, and also at the same time, just making sure that they're able to control the pace of Boyet. You know, and that's one of the other things. If for some reason Boyet can get the advantage in the jungle, that's great for Team Falcons, and then their scaling is actually pretty good too. So pressure is there, but it is a little risky of a lineup. Like if you look at it, like I said, when you break it down, they could get shut down very quickly with this. And again, it's broken walls, so we'll see how Team Falcons decides to approach the early game here, knowing that, yeah, for the most part, they might have to play around that Trolls level 4 once it's up. And RQ Hoshi, on the other hand, can do a similar thing with the Grok, but necessarily they scale up well.
Yeah. Okay, that answer here for what we're seeing from our Team Falcons is to have an active Cho user, not from Troll. You can see that they fast clear the mid lane, they immediately go to the top lane. And then punish Suchujin. I don't know why he is there as the Yi Shin without the help of his Grok.
Yeah, it's really interesting. That's what I was wondering, you know? You don't want to give these early kills over to Boyet. The Hayabusa is, you know, you give it that first blood, he builds in, he's got the Warcry emblem. You're not going to be able to win that fight, especially alone without your roam there. So good pickup for Team Falcons. That's exactly what they needed to scale into this early game already, and we'll see that actually play out even up top side. Not sure if he's going to pull the trigger on that shadow kill, but as you can see, the shadows are a little bit less of a range. That was the change. That was a quote-unquote nerf for Hayabusa on this patch yesterday, so his shadows now don't go as far that they did before.
Oh, that's interesting for RQ Hoshi, because and I'm only saying that because Sutsujin as well as Edok, they have been playing phenomenally for the past 2 games that we've seen them, particularly Edok, right? But Sutsujin quietly out there is ever so dependable. There's a misstep coming out from him, but fortunately for RQ Hoshi, it's not as costly. Unless Boyet gets to level 5 first, which I think that he's poising to go for that. He will try to go for the orange buff. When that happens, he's going to get level 5, whereas Sutsujin is going to be stuck with level 4. Eventually, what that would mean is that Team Falcons can easily take this this turtle number 1.
We'll see if they're able to secure it. Fight here in the mid lane, though. Jump in from Sano. Edok not level 4 just yet. Neither is Troll, so both roamers waiting for those crucial ultimates. But under the turret, Sanji takes out Dyren with 1 HP left. A 1v1 there in the XP lane. Now the fight for the turtle with the advantage. There's the tech charge, able to find 2. A Mount Shocker to be used as well, but Boyet will get the turtle, and Team Falcons decides to back off, getting everything in that exchange.
A massive early game for Team Falcons. It's a 2-0. They elevate the farm for Boyet. He is flash farming like crazy now. Level advantage over Sutsujin and will increase for sure. Has the ultimate, can pop it. Smartly will not. They will just try and get more control of this river. And then you have Sanji, the first pick Yuzhong that gets the first blood onto Dyren. Team Falcons are winning in almost any lane in this game. And although this is just a 900 gold lead, you will feel its effects come the second turtle.
Good kick away the dragon. Edok gone, feeling a taste of his own medicine on this Cho in the hands of Troll. Again, it's a signature pick for Troll as well. He's loved this Cho ever since, and now Toy going to be in trouble. Popping the Vengeance. Mount Shocker used, but Toy left to his own. Susujin was cut off, but Toy will survive with the Vengeance, plus a little bit of help from that Brave Smite emblem there to keep him up. Plus, this is a CC, right? Usually you're able to go ahead, play pretty well, even with your back against the wall. So RQ Hoshi keeping things together around a 1k deficit in terms of gold. They're probably going to be in a better position, though, when it comes to this next turtle. Again, Troll's very proactive here, giving the information. Edok doing the exact same thing here to provide for the team. But they're all setting up. It's about 20 seconds, though, still for this turtle to come up. So unless they get a pick off, it's going to come down to that turtle fight.
Yeah. Very important. And Troll being very active in this game. We're talking about how important it is for the roamers to be aggressive in the meta that we have right now, because you're more rewarded, and it seems like the Troll is just enjoying the perks of being a Troll right now. Instead of an assist, he gets a kill though, but of course Team Falcons are more than happy for that one. Edok actually missing the CC beauty on the Grok, man.
Great kick. Tech charge going to be used. He actually tries to flicker away, but still goes down. Boy, it's going to be able to get the turtle again. So the fight's going to break out. Troll surviving, not even using the flicker. So no. Sanji and Edok, that's the trade, but turtle secured for Team Falcons.
That was a big kill though onto Sanji. Hoshi was able to get the kill onto the XP laner of Team Falcons. However, Boyet is still snowballing out of control. He's got two turtles to his name. I think that the overall Team Falcons are very comfortable in this scenario, especially because they have an advantage over the Golden already. They're stopping the farming from Toy, and Toy is not the most scalable kind of hero. Not using the most scalable kind of heroes. Goes for the CC. Obviously, it's gonna be up to Yisun versus Hayabusa later on, but if you are a fan of Team Falcons, you're comfortable right now.
Yeah, it's one of those things where what we talked about in the draft, especially for Boyet on the Hayabusa, if he gets that advantage early on, he's got an ability to go ahead and carry through the early to mid game. Obviously, towards the late game, Hayabusa's priority kind of shifts a little bit, where he's not so... he's kind of got to be a little more careful on deciding on when to use that shadow kill. So a lot of the times too, in the later portion of the game, it's a provider of damage, right? You're able to provide so much damage, you can either clean up or it can get people low enough to then for your team to follow through and capitalize on that. So looks like we're going to be jumping back into the game. Oh, just as I was talking about the shadow kill, Boyet will go ahead and grab a kill against Rins. And yeah, so he's going to continue to scale up, man. Look at him, level 9 right now, farmed up 2-0. Having a great time on this Hayabusa.
Seems like the nerf does not affect Boyet. Back-to-back Hayabusa games that we've seen him and is performing so well now. Troll still has the flicker right now and a conceal as well, but Toy will be safe. Fortunately for Toy, there isn't any kill potential from Team Falcons just yet. I'm just going to back down for now and just continue to farm.
Susujin's not doing a bad job in terms of farming, maintaining, the gold anyway against Boyet. A Brilliant's going to be used. They're actually going to go for Troll. Oh, they get the flicker out. So defensively, it goes back here. Cuffin, there's the falling Star Moon. They're going to force it in the mid, but Sano, I'm not sure if the communication just wasn't there. It seemed like they wanted to fight, but they got the call from Sano. Sano jumps in, just dies.
Yeah, sacrifices himself to the enemy. And this is the Esmeralda that had a great start to the game. Actually, it's 400 gold above the CC, but only the Enchanted Talisman, no Oracle yet for the Esmeralda. You know that you're going to melt because even when you're a tank, when you're classified as a tank, if you don't have the tanky items, you're going to melt against 5 members of Arkiyoshi. Despite Arkiyoshi having this rock, this Lapu-Lapu that you can steal the shields from. Because of the lack of items, I mean, of course you have Enchanted Talisman, but that's not really enough for you. And yeah, definitely a miscommunication and a bad call coming out from Team Falcons. They still are leading by 2,000, but they cannot let go of this kind of lead because Arkiyoshi, they are known to come back. They know how to come back, so gotta be careful if you're Team Falcons.
Yeah, very calculated in the way they're going to do it. But this should be another turtle just going in the hands of Team Falcons. The play here for RQ Hoshi might just be to wait for that first lore to come up and play into that. They know that's the power spike. The advantage right now is for Team Falcons. And if they can continue to, find a kill here or there, that's great for RQ Hoshi. If they don't, then it's more so of just making sure they don't actually get picked off by Troll. for the most part here. They've got to be in the best fighting position when that Lord does come up. Now you're facing that 2.5k gold deficit if you're RQ Hoshi, which is nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
Especially if you have enough time to just go ahead and farm up what you need to. Again, this lineup that they have, late game can be devastating. The potential is there, especially with the Lunox, to scale up. You know, Toy in the sense as well, like his job later on is just going to go ahead and to be put pressure on that backside, which is mostly even to cut off Cuffin, like from the team fights. That's something that they can do. But right now, it's more so just being able to build defensively, especially their front line, to withstand that initial like burst of damage too, even if it's from Boyet, you know, even if he uses that shadow kill. So RQ Hoshi playing that later portion of the game. They might force a fight here down on this bottom side. Susujin dealing with Sano, but there's enough shields there. Sanji's going to jump forward, and Susujin, unfortunately, just getting cut off from the team to help him out there.
Yeah, Troll actually kicks the Grok so that the Grok will not be able to help Susujin. I don't know if that's intended, but it led to a kill for Team Falcons. Even if they threw so much in there, that's a valuable kill in a clash in the mid lane.
Big tech charge. Edok almost dying to the essences. Here comes Sano. He's going to clean up the kills. Dropping in. And now in the mid lane, Boyet once again. Look at the damage. Dyron burning, but still alive. And now Toy, what can he do on this CC? The tier 1 turret of the mid does finally fall. Team Falcons just heavily swinging in their favor. Perfect time as well, as Lord's going to be up in a few seconds.
Oh my god. And the fact that they converted into a turret as well, that's going to be good for Team Falcons objective-wise. The way that they're controlling this game is really good. The aggression is there. Now they're leading by 4,000, and there's nothing that RQ Hoshi can do. No flying clouds to aid them this time. And Team Falcons will just collect the Lord easily. Now, Sano has the Oracle, so there's a little bit of tankiness from Sano. Now, eventually, Cuffin will also be a problem. He is a problem right now, but he is actually 6.6k gold, which is 2,000 gold above Rins right now, the mid laner for RQ Hoshi. That's why I kind of had a lot of reservations for this Lunox, although it makes so much sense. I think that it's just too weak in the mid lane that it's difficult to activate that hero.
We've actually seen that a couple times now, just today, you know, and I think even a bit yesterday, where the Lunox just... It seems to get chosen in these lineups, these compositions, especially when you have so many of the other power picks in the mid lane banned out. The Eve, the Farsa, the Jushins, for example. Teams seem to opt for this Lunox, but they struggle a bit to really allow it to come online and be of use. You know, so, but still, you can't deny that burst potential is there in the late game. There's a tech charge. Not going to result into anything here, though. Sano as well. Alongside Sanji, they're holding their own. The Lord is still making its way up top. So RQ Hoshi trying to manage some of these waves being pushing into the tier 2 turrets, but a fight might be breaking out. Troll goes in with the G-Kundo. There it is, the knock-up, though, from Sanji. Pop the Dragon Form. Toy's already gone, and Team Falcons are looking for a continued push into the base of RQ Hoshi, but they only get Toy. Lord's going to be cleared out, but that top shield and some damage to this base turret might be all they get here.
Yeah. That's fair enough for Team Falcons. They don't need to rush this game. They don't need to end it as soon as possible. They have okay scaling. They have the Hayabusa, they have the Kimi. Even the Esmeralda scales better as the game goes longer. So they're okay with this kind of collection. The fact that they have taken all of the other turrets of RQ Hoshi at 11 minutes is already pretty good. Meanwhile, RQ Hoshi has only taken down one of their turrets. RQ Hoshi needs to find a way to win the next Lord fight. Otherwise, it will be a very difficult defense. Because if you're looking at the heroes of RQ Hoshi, they don't have the best high ground defense. Not like they have the Farsa, the Xborg, Kimi, for example, heroes that can actually defend easily. They do have the Lunox for wave clear, but you don't want to commit all of your spells as the Lunox onto minions. They also have the Yi Sun-Shin as well, but again, it's not as fast as the Farsa. But all I'm trying to say here is the next Lord is important for RQ Hoshi in a way that they need to contest. Either get a team fight win or get the Lord, most ideally, over Team Falcons.
We'll see what they can do here. Troll's got immortality now, so he can be a little more risky on this. It looks like they're going to go for a sandwich play up here. Conceal going to be used as well. Meanwhile, they're just going to collapse down. Nowhere to go. Deleted, even with a vengeance. Boyet again will pick up a kill. Edok falls. Cuffin gets a double. Dyrant and Susujin not part of that fight. Team Falcons knew that they had a clear sign to go, and they made it happen. Troll! Oh, really close. Trying to get that kick off, but now Susujin is going to be the one to fall anyway. It doesn't matter. Now Dyrant all left to his own after popping the flicker. Team Falcons with that minion will push into the base. They've got the push up top as well. Can RQHoshi buy enough time for Rins to join this fight? A falling star moon right for Rins. Boyet's gonna jump in with a shadow kill again, and they've got the waves pushing in. 3 members of RQHoshi are up, but they're going to be able to clear out the waves. The Lord was secured as all base turrets of RQHoshi are now down. Can Team Falcons end it here with a massive lead at 12,000 gold against RQHoshi in game 1? This 14-3. They'll have to wait for this Lord to push into this base.
Susujin is back there, can defend now. Dyrant will be up too, but the Lord for Team Falcons is going to be massive.
There's a Black Dragon form here to cause the distraction. The Rampart was there to delay the Lord push into the base, but it's going to be locked on at target. They do what they can to clear this out. Troll goes for the kick. The base taking some damage with the Lord there. Team Falcons deciding to go for the kills, but they'll finally lock onto the base to take game 1 against RQHoshi.
And Team Falcons proving to us that their close match last night wasn't a fluke. Their victory was well earned. This time though, they did not go for the double fighter setup with the utility jungler. They went for the standard kind of double fighter setup with the Kimi and the Hayabusa as their core heroes, and they played it so perfectly. They won the early game. They made the right moves. They went for the right rotations. Went